So I was talking to a client of mine, and he said to me, "Oh, his friend's doing really well." And I said, "Oh, really? Well, what's up with him? Why is he doing really well?" And he said, "Oh, he got another job and he's earning 100,000 a year now." I said, "All right, but why is that a definition of him doing really well?" It is, well, he's making more money, and that's a good thing, right? And I realize that's the whole problem with our culture and our society right now, with especially in the work culture. It's about how much we make. Our entire value and how well we're doing is based on how much money we make, rather than how well we're living, how our family's thriving, how our health is doing. But there's more to human beings than defining them as doing well based on how much money they're making. Because we've idolized these entrepreneurs and extra wealthy people, and that's the measurement. You see posts about people that are, just never too late to start, and the people that they use as a reference point as to how you can succeed at 65 is people like Colonel Sanders from KFC and all these other figures that have done really well financially. But it's also time for you to say, I'm doing really well. And it's never too late to start, to say, I'm going to stop and pause and realize, what is it that I'm doing here on the planet? And is my work fulfilling me? And why am I working? And why am I hustling? And so we idolize these people that talk about the 16-hour day and the 18-hour day work culture. I mean, your whole identity is based on how hard you work. And the harder you work, the more society values you, which is quite ironic when you think about it. When we have robots and AI coming in the picture, who will work twice as smart and twice as hard as us. So no matter what we do, we're not going to be able to work hard enough. So then how are you going to feel when no matter how much you're working, you're not getting those financial rewards? All of these metrics and terms have been defined through a work culture, through industrial revolution, through thinking of people as machines. And the harder that you work and the more effort you put in defines your success. Yet we find the system collapsing in all fronts. If you're going to be putting in all those hours and you're not getting those financial rewards or those incentives that corporations promote and say that if you work hard, you'll do really well and you'll make a lot of money and you'll be very successful. What happens when that system no longer rewards you in proportion to the amount of work that you're putting in and the sacrifices you're making from other aspects of your life? What happens then when you're no longer finding that nourishment anymore? What's driving you then? Many people are addicted to doing well because the entire culture, this toxic work culture, promotes this ideology that in order for you to look important and feel important, you don't take sick leave, you don't spend time with your family, you don't take any time to feel alive, to spend time in nature, to think about your priorities, think about your purpose. But it's all just driven by this work, work, work type of culture. And I think it's very toxic, and people are failing in major ways. We see the chronic rise of depression and suicides as well, is that people are not thriving in this new type of system that is driven by simple financial gain, especially when that financial gain is not being achieved as expenses go up and inflation rises. We're not achieving those things that we've been promised. And so there's a lack of interest, there's a great disinterest in work, in what we're doing. They're saying that productivity is at its lowest points in generations. Then this is primarily due to the fact that people are losing faith in this dream, this idealistic understanding of the harder you work, the more money you'll have, and the more happiness you have. There's a problem with that statement, and you have to unpack it and evaluate that.